Welcome to SSP TV Community News. I'm Lisa Schugardt. A special dedication was held recently at Hazleton Area High School to unveil a beautiful sculpture. I am very pleased at this time to welcome the gentleman behind the sculpture, the artist, Sal DeFazio. You may know his name. I know years ago, Sal, we talked when you were the poet laureate for the city of Hazleton. You're involved in so many different things, but you are a phenomenal artist. So how did you come to be involved with this sculpture that was unveiled, the Olympian, your third creation on the campus of Hazleton Area High School?
Well, this being the Olympic year, or the 33rd Olympiad, I felt it was time to finish a sculpture I had actually started some time ago. And this was the result of that, the Olympian.
So now this is very lovely, but this is the third one you've done. So you've really been involved in working with the school district to put these out. So I guess the first two were done when?
The first one was done in '91 when the school was first built, working with the superintendent then. I've been through 3 superintendents now. The second one, Democracy, was later with Dr. Shepherdson, and now with Superintendent Upplinger, this one.
Alrighty. So tell us about the significance of the Olympian.
Well, because we had covered knowledge and democracy, I felt it was a good idea to, in the Olympic year, in part pay tribute to the Olympians that did so well for the United States this year, but also to emphasize the fact that good education, and this has been a standard throughout Western civilization, good education takes in account a strong body and a strong mind. So we've covered knowledge, and I felt it was time to, add that tradition of physical fitness as well.
How long does it take to do a sculpture of this magnitude?
All works take a different amount of time. Some of this had been done some time ago. Most of the most recent work was done within about 2.5 months.
So now you teamed up with William Small, a financial planner, who's from Delray Beach, Florida, but has roots here in this area as well. He commissioned this in memory of both his parents and grandparents. We will talk with him shortly. And also Dante Calabria, who played basketball and was also on an Italian national team. How did how did this trio form that you came about, that all 3 of you involved in this dedication?
I met William a number of years ago through my work in the Institute of Total Body Balancing and through a mutual friend in the banking business. So we've known each other for quite some time. When I was speaking to him about doing this work, he kindly offered to be the sponsor of it. Each of the works that exists on the campus of Hazleton Area School District have been donated by people from the community. We've done it in a way that people who have been successful in business, the first one, Knowledge, being donated by Pasco Shivo and family. The second one, Democracy, by Joe Zoba. It's coming from the community, people who are willing to put something back in the community and work with me to do so. I'm now pleased to be joined by the other 2 gentlemen involved in this wonderful project of the sculpture that was dedicated outside Hazleton Area High School. To my left is William Small, a financial planner from Delray Beach, Florida, but with strong roots in the Hazleton area, the reason for him being here, and also his dear friend, Dante Calabria, who played basketball, including basketball on the Italian national team, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, congratulations. So 2 talented gentlemen here with me right now. William, I'm going to start with you. This was really important for you to do. You did this dedication in honor of your parents and your grandparents. Tell us why you wanted to do this and how this came about.
I always try to do a lot of charity work, paying it forward and giving to others, and I always do it in memory of my parents and grandparents because they always sacrificed so the next generation could, have more than what they had. And when Sal came up with the opportunity with the sculpture or monument, I thought it was a sculpture, it's actually a 12-foot high monument, that he started years and years ago, put a sheet over it due to some personal reasons, and then gave me the opportunity because he knew my parents and knows how yeah, I miss them and always want to pay homage to what they did and what they believe in. So he had the opportunity for me to sponsor it, and I'm just emotional and thrilled that it's up there, and I think it's beautiful and glad to be back in the Hazleton area.
That's really something nice to do, though, preserving the memory of those who came before you that you're grateful for, and I hope that encourages other people to do the same.
I think younger people at the high school could look at the monument, and if they really look at it, it'll mean a lot of different things. The Olympics were just this year. Sal's very talented. It's his 5th sculpture or monument, and they're all unbelievable.
Absolutely. Now, you told me that the reason, too, was that a lot of people knew your family because they had stores in the area that some people watching this might be familiar with. So give us a little bit about that so they might say, hey, I know that family.
My grandpa had Morris's Men's Shop in the 60s and 70s in Shenandoah, Pennsylvania, which I have great memories of. And his brother had Max's Men's Shop in Hazleton for 54 years. So always, just loved being in the area, and a lot of great memories as a kid in Shenandoah and Hazleton. And I remember back in the day, we'd have to wear slacks in town, couldn't wear shorts because you're representing the family.
So now, how does this guy that's playing basketball in Italy and that somehow end up with this? This is like amazing.
Yeah, it's a long story, but to shorten it, I was coaching down in West Palm Beach at a place called Kaiser University, and a bunch of older guys that had played college or lived in the area would get together in the mornings at 6 a.m. and play. And so one morning I just asked if I could play. So I show up, and William's there, and he has a Rasheed Wallace, Simon Gratz tank top on playing. So after the game, I asked him, do you know Rasheed? And he's like, no, I said, oh, that was one of my teammates in North Carolina. And we just kind of hit it off and just started to get a coffee here and there. And we became really good friends. I got to know his family real well. His mom and dad, I would spend time with them at the house. We would take them to the games where we were playing. They would come to the games, watch, we'd go to dinner. So I just got to know them and became part of the family. And so when he asked me to be part of it, I was like, this is phenomenal. Yeah, I would love to do it.
This is really a wonderful project. I hope it inspires other people watching this to maybe do the same. It's nice to keep your parents' and grandparents' name alive, and it's nice to see something there permanent at the high school that will hopefully, make better students of the people who are there. So thank you both for being with us, and it's a pleasure talking with you both.